It ain't for everybody. Okay? So Lisa.
I don't know, sir. I just walked in the door.
No, just your mindset. Why was the alternating possession arrow procedure brought into the game of basketball? Hadn't been here. Hadn't been here very long.
Really?
Did you play 6-on-6 basketball?
Oh, no.
It was back in that day. 6-on-6, rotary phones, Crisco.
No.
Yeah.
You know what it is, so he's trying to I guess that would be like the other help to a two-person officiating crew. I have no idea.
The reason why the alternating possession arrow was implemented or inserted into the game was to speed the game up. Because we had to jump it, just like they do in the pros. We didn't know how to do it. We just realized we don't know nothing about a jump ball. So it take us forever to go to this end or to go to that end and jump. Games took forever. So this was a speed up thing. Speed the game up. Speed the game up, okay? So alternating possession, the arrow, basically is determining what? What is the purpose of the alternating possession arrow? Who said control? Control. We're trying to determine control because we can't determine control. So we go to the AP arrow. We want to establish control. So when will we use the alternating possession arrow? Since we don't have control, usually it's an equal action with both teams, right? So what are those things when we have equal action? What else? Love that word. Lodge. Yes. What else? Which is called what? Simultaneous. You gotta use that book, gotta use the words in there. What else? Confliction, confusion, yes. Anything else? Yes, yes. When we cannot determine control, we will go to the alternating possession arrow.
Well, on the alternating possession arrow, is that not the point of stoppage?
I think that's the point of interruption.
Well, I'm sorry, point of interruption. Okay, say team A has the ball,
Mm-hmm.
there's a double foul.
Mm-hmm.
The arrow is still a team A.
Mm-hmm.
That's still a team A though?
Yes, but we could not determine control, so we went to the AP arrow.
If it's a double foul, it is point of interruption.
Mm-hmm. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, exactly.
What he's saying is, it's a loose ball. And you see
Okay, no. Team A's in possession.
Okay. It's point
That's
of
different scenario.
They're elbowing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, different scenario, point of interruption.
Different scenario.
I just felt what you were saying.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But if the ball was on the floor and you had a double foul?
Oh, you throwing a scenario at me. So anytime you have that type of situation and you don't have team control or player control, we go where? What about if you had that situation and you had an inadvertent whistle? And? Why? Probably get away with that. I don't think the coach would say too much. If you said that slow, he might. Okay? So when can we correct an error by a regular throw-in or an alternating possession throw-in, or is there a difference? If we have an AP error, it's pointing to the wrong direction. When can you correct it? If we have a regular throw-in and we give it to the wrong team, when can we correct it? Is there a difference between the two? Derek says no. On both of them? How many agree with Derek? On the throw-in, if we have an error, whether it be a regular throw-in or alternating possession, we can correct those throw-ins up until the throw-in ends. No? What kind of error is it? It's a throwing error. So when can you correct it? Up to what point can we correct that? We need to know. We need to know. Till it's touched. Legally touched. Is that on both of them? Why? Oh, you can't look like that on the floor, Lisa. And you can't look like that when we bring you up in this chair in a few minutes either. So on a throw-in, is there no time frame to correct it? Okay. Derek said we made a throw-in error in the first quarter, fourth quarter, right before the game's over. We're going to correct it. We're going to give the ball to the other team because we didn't give it to them in the first quarter, the 3-minute mark. So now B's got the ball, getting ready to go ahead. We're going to give it back to that.
Okay, say that again. I'm not saying.
I don't think I can repeat that.
Okay, I don't need to. Are you saying, what kind of error you're saying? We gave it to the wrong team, the wrong team?
Wrong team, or the arrow is going the wrong, the arrow is going the wrong direction. When can we correct that? Up to what point? There is a time frame. You have up until the point where you can correct it. But when is that point? Up until the throwing ends?
Once the throwing ends, you can't change it.
You say disposal. You can't. That's not fair. He's been 2 meetings already. That's not fair. Charles, what do you say? Huh? Disposal? So, we're going to give the ball to Team B. It should be Team A. I bounce or hand it to them, start my count. Now we can't correct it. It's a done deal. It's a wrap.
You can correct it.
Can you make the correction before the ball? Once you hand the ball to team A, you start your count.
Okay.
You see the little tiny thing?
Okay.
You see a baby right there?
So what are you saying?
They can make the correction before any time that started on the clock or any possession has been gained by either team. We'll make our correction now.
But what if we don't? You saying it's too late?
No, it's not too late. Make the correction.
When?
Before any possession has been established.
Do you agree with Mary on that? Charles said disposal. She said time has to run off the clock. Basically, right?
Yes.
Okay. Reggie, help us out. Before the throwing ends. When does the throwing end?
When the team has established possession of the ball, legally
Touched.
touched till.
Or touch it something.
Touched by an angel? Okay, what's the difference between touched and legally touched? Why did they make that discrepancy? Why did they put that in there? Okay.
Yeah, it wouldn't catch someone like illegally never the one and touch the ball without putting down.
Kickball, is that legal touch? Okay, so why did they put that in there?
Because the drawing didn't in on it. Say you throw it in and it's kicked. That's the first touch, it's kick. You take it back out of bounds, and the throw in now is for the kick and not for the 18. So it's this year.
Is that why they put that in there? Because it would benefit the defense, especially if the arrow was going their direction and they kicked it. Is that why? I'm not gonna give you an answer to this. I refuse. Somebody's gotta give me an answer. Yes. These are the things we gotta know. These are the things that coaches are gonna start challenging us on. They're gonna say that kick was a legal touch. Or that held ball was a legal touch. Team A reaches through the boundary, Team B grabs it, held ball, tweak whistle, do we switch the arrow? Why not? But Team A reached through the boundary, not Team B. A. These are high school kids. They didn't do anything. Team A has the ball, they're trying to find an outlet, they reach through the boundary. Team B having savvy reaches and hell ball. Do we switch there and give it to B? Why not? It's touched. No, Team A did it, not B.
Because A's standing out of bounds.
Is the ball alive when they reach through the boundary? Offense out of bounds, reach through the boundary. Is it alive?
Is it alive?
She laughed and asked a serious question. It is alive. It is alive.
Alive.
B can make a play on it.
You're saying it's alive, not alive.
It's not a live ball, it's alive. You can't score from out of bounds, right? So it's not live, it's alive. That means B can make a play on it. That's a very important fact. Am I confusing y'all? Am I going too fast? You want me to slow down? Are we still learning? Are we just listening? Just listening. You learning?
Hey, Plus,
Come on.
when does the throw in end? I just heard somebody revert back to jump balls when a throw in ends. So I just want to make sure everybody knows the throw in ends.
The throw-in ends when the ball touches or is legally touched by another.
Stop. You missed something already. You missed something.
The throw-in
pass ball.
ends when the pass ball touches or is legally touched
Hold
by...
on, Lisa. Slow down. What's a pass ball mean? Released. Released. So if I reach through the boundary and I haven't released it, the throwing never ended. That's why we don't switch it. You have to release it. It has to be touched by another, not with another. Okay?
So when it ends on the touch, a legal touch, right?
After the release,
After the release.
Okay.
which is directly what? Passed onto the court. So if I throw it straight up in the air, did I pass it onto the court?
No.
Okay.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
If A offense puts the ball over the boundary,
Yes.
grabs it,
Yes.
what is that?
It's a jump ball.
But A is standing out of bounds.
It became alive once he broke the boundary.
Why is it a jump ball?
Why is it a jump ball? Because B has held it. It's a jump ball.
But
What if he
if the
just takes it?
offensive player was out of bounds and they had control, was doing the held ball and out of bounds?
That's a rule. That's a rule. That's why you're confused, because you don't know the rule. Really, I'm not being, I don't want to be, you
But if
know.
you're holding, so if you're out of bounds and then it's held ball, it's not over the 18. But if you were
You're-
holding the ball and went out of bounds, it'd be out of bounds.
Correct. But the ball is alive. That's why I said alive.
Not live.
Yeah.
I agree.
Huh, it might be one we're going to do. Don't give it away.
It's in the case book. what you're
Yes.
talking about.
It's in the rule book too. That's why they got the case book before the rule.
The case book is verbatim.
Yes. Okay? Alternating possession.
But that makes sense though, her question.
Mhm.
Because even me back here, I'm thinking, what's the difference between it being a live ball and B is out of bounds and it's touching it, and then A touches it, and then we always say, well, B's out of bounds, so it's A's ball now.
Because A put it into play when they crossed the line. It's just like
It's
that.
not the person status, it's the ball status.
Ball status.
I told you I was going to get that. I was going to give y'all a Scooby snack. Y'all got that.
A Scooby
I
snack.
get,
We
I
ain't no
understand that.
dogs.
I'm just saying, what her mindset is what my mindset was exactly, is the difference between a lot of the clock is running and the ball's on the floor and I'm out of bounds. I touch the ball, I'm diving for the floor, diving for the ball.
Clock running?
Clock's running.
So the difference between when the clock is running and you go out of bounds and there's a held ball, or when you're out of bounds, the clock's not running and there's a held ball. There's a difference.
Yes. You have to look at the ball
That's what I'm
status.
getting.
The ball status.
Got it.
Yes.